Hello and welcome. My name is Charles Binatelu, Health Informatics Content Developer and Trainer with over 10 years experience working for the Kenya HMIS2 project. In this video, I'm going to take you through IQCare Universal Service Portal workflow. The Universal Service Portal seeks to separate registration from service enrollment. To begin with, one needs to log into IQCare by authenticating entry, that is providing the username and password. There is a separate video on how to access and log on to IQCare. Once logged in, you will be navigated to the IQCare system homepage. Click on the Universal Service Portal application. Then the registration dashboard will appear. Once you access the Universal Portal registration dashboard, at the left of the navigation panel, there are two buttons, Find Person and New Person. The cardinal rule therefore is that we always need to search for a client before registration in order to avoid double registration. To do so, click on Find Person button. The search dashboard will appear and the parameters used to search for a client registered in the system. You can either search for patient using identifier number, the unique number, by either using their first name, middle name, last name, mobile number, gender, and age. Therefore, we have enhanced the search parameters to narrow down to the specific client you intend to search. For the purpose of this video, we are going to search an arbitrary patient known as capacity building. This is an arbitrary. Once you type in all the identifier parameters, click on the search button. Once you click on the search button, if the client is not registered in the system, you will get response that there are no records found. Therefore, this is an ideal candidate for registration. And there are two ways on how to register a client, either by clicking on the new person at the left navigation panel, or you can choose to click on the new registration button pointed at your screen. Let us now proceed to register capacity demo building. We'll click on Add New Registration. The registration page will appear. There are 4 pages to the registration. We have the client information page, client location page, client address, and lastly, the next of kin and emergency contact. Kindly note that these forms are filled chronologically. There is no way you will skip to fill the client location without completing the client information page. These forms are filled chronologically. So to begin with, we will complete the registration date and client information details. Kindly pay attention to the asterisks. The asterisks mean that this is a must capture data element. If you fail to capture that data element, then you will be unable to submit the said form. Select the registration date from the calendar menu, the client's name, nickname if available, gender from the drop-down menu, date of birth. If the client knows their date of birth, then proceed to select the date of birth from the calendar menu. Click on the left topmost part of the calendar menu to select the years. Then you can go back with the arrows to select the appropriate year. Once you are done with the year, you will be navigated to the month. Select the month and lastly pre-fill the date. And the date of birth will be picked automatically. Ages pre-filled, age in month pre-filled, and the date of birth is precise, being exact. If the client does not know the exact date of birth, can come to the age panel, pre-fill the age, and it will automatically fill the date of birth, age, and the date of birth precision will become estimated. So we'll proceed to the marital status drop-down menu, education level, occupation drop-down, identifier type, then we'll select the identifier number. Once done, click on the next button to proceed to the next page. The next page is on client location. Select the county, sub-county, ward, nearest health facility, and the landmark, which is the village or locator information. Kindly note that these fields are mandatory fields. Once complete, click the next button to proceed. If you intend to revisit the previous form, you can click the back button to go and edit if necessary. But for our case, we are contented. We'll click next button. You'll be navigated to the client address, capture the mobile number of the client, and kindly note, insert a valid phone number and in the right format. Remember, a number should contain at least 10 digits. If there's an alternative mobile number, proceed and fill, and an email address, if available, proceed and fill. But the alternative mobile number and email address are not mandatory fields. Once done, click next to proceed. You'll be navigated to the next of kin and emergency contact page. If there is a next of kin, click on add next of kin button. The next of kin and emergency contact page will appear. Select from the drop down menu if the contact is registered in the facility, a yes or no response. The name of the kin, gender from the drop down menu, kin relationship, mobile number. Remember, the same applies, that it should be a valid mobile number. Consent to call. If the client agrees for the next of kin to be called, select from the drop down menu. If the consent is declined, then you'll proceed to give the reason as to why it's declined. But if it's granted, then the reason for decline field becomes inactive. Contact type from the drop down menu. Once done, click save. Would have updated the contact details, and immediately you add, then they will be populated under the listed next of kin. And a client can have more than one next of kin if it's a treatment supporter, an emergency contact of kin, and next of kin. Once completed, we have four options of either going back to edit what was previously entered in the registration details. You can either choose to register and continue. This means that you complete the registration and proceed to enroll this client to a specific service area. Or you can decide to save and register new. Basically, you will save this registration detail for the client capacity building and proceed to the home page to pick another client. So this applies if registration is done at the triage, and this is a point of care workflow where the person seated at triage or at the registration desk solely registers clients and allows them to move to the next service area. The last one there is to close registration. Basically, you only choose to close registration if you don't want to save the submitted registration details. So for us, we'll click register and continue for the purpose of this video. Once you click register and continue, you'll be navigated to the client's dashboard. The client dashboard will contain a summary of the registration details. That is the client's name, which can be edited by clicking on the edit button, the gender of the client, the age of the client, marital status, and contact information. Then the first page highlighted here is clinical services. This is where a patient is enrolled to a specific service area. And remember that this is an adult male patient. Therefore, the services that this patient is eligible for is HTS enrollment and the CCC enrollment. And as per now, the client is not yet enrolled in these service areas. And those are the only active service areas where this client can be enrolled. Because the client is not a female, definitely the ANC service area, maternity service area, postnatal service area are not eligible for this male patient, as well as HIV exposed infant service area is not a service area eligible for the said client. So the programming of the system aids in minimizing errors. Therefore, to proceed to enroll a patient, you will come and select the specific service area you would intend to register a patient. Therefore, Universal Service Portal gives the user leeway to register the patient and assign them to a specific service area. This separates the enrollment and registration for ease of navigation. This marks the end of our video. In our next video, we'll take you through registering clients to their specific service area. Thank you.